really. It wouldn't have stalled his hero death much more, especially if he didn't lose the Zeppelin. I mean, really, he'd be hiding in his base, going, oh my god, I hope he doesn't push. Plus, he's already setting up his sanctums. I mean, let's see how much money he has. He has a lot of money. One thing he doesn't... Oh, he does have a shredder. I didn't see that. Wow, I'm really on the game today. But, yeah, you'll notice he hasn't really done much pressure to the, to his expo. And, really, with this strategy, you don't want to be doing as much pressure to their expo because, you're not going to be able to do much to it, until late game. And, yeah, you might as well just wait until you have bears and rejuve to actually go after their expo if you're not doing a tier 1 intensive strategy and you don't actually have the units to be able to take them on. Owned militia. Anyways, Panda second is always a good idea against this strategy, especially if you're going anywhere into tier 2. Panda's a good hero. There's no reason to deny it. He's great versus peasants. Also, it does damage to towers, which is useful in many, many ways. You will notice that there's an Ancient of Wind being put up. Not really sure what that's about. I mean, especially because he got a Hippogriff, I'd be actually going with the Fairy Dragons, especially because you see Sanctums going up. And Fairy Dragons basically own Priests and Sorks. They don't really do much to Breakers. Oh, fun fact for you. If, like, a Paladin with about 5 HP hits the Divine Shield and there's a Fairy Dragon nearby and it's in the phase shift, the Paladin will die. I've done this before and it sucked. So yeah, nice use of sappers. If you see them come, like if you have the scout farm there and you see them coming, don't focus on the Huntress. And a good thing to do is to hotkey your towers actually, so that you can right-click things when they come at you. But farm's dying, bummer. That's incentive to actually get the upgrade, because it actually makes your farms last through more than one sapper. Because one sapper can actually take out like 4 farms if they're unupgraded. So you'll notice more Shadow Strike damage. I mean, look at how owned those casters are. It's kind of silly to be attacking his towers with hunts. I'd just get out right now, because really you're just gonna trap your shit. And basically he's forced to TP because of it. TP. Wait for it. Clutch. Alright. Panda level 2. Obviously, the Nightingale player is at a huge advantage, because A, he's tier 3. B, no damage has been done to his economy. And C, he's got like 4 hero kills. One thing that you can do as a human player... is actually you can abuse the top Goblin Lab, especially if you have like a footman that you can use. You can actually buy a shredder and do some you can basically use the lab to your advantage. You can get a shredder, a Zeppelin, and just harass that way. You can take out a Moonwell with your footy and a sapper. You have a lot of options when it comes to actually harassing the elf. But generally, this is what's going to end up happening, is a lot of damage is going to end up being dealt to the human player. The elf player is going to be like, OMG, I'm winning, and then tanks come out and it's kind of over. Yaz went for a caster strategy instead. Not really sure why. I guess it's more... I guess it's better to own the warden than anything. I mean... He went breakers before he even started to go casters, so obviously he's going to be trying to do as much damage to the warden as possible, which is almost level 6. But yeah, that's really all that you can do to counter the warden. You're actually better off going tanks against the warden, because it does less damage to tanks than a demon hunter. Plus, I don't know why you'd go for an army composition that counters just the warden when you can actually just creep their base out. But yeah, whatever. Plus he has a panda, so I guess that's really the only reason not to be going tanks. I don't know. you probably have to ask him. I would have gone tanks, especially because if you're losing, going casters probably isn't the best way to make up for it, especially against an elf. Too bad he didn't bolt dodge with the blink. That would have been sweet. Nice use of rejuve around breakers. And priest, actually. He used a spell, which was weird. I would have just tried to spell steal that. But whatever. Let's see, what else to say? Oh, Hippogriff doing his damage, lol. I guess the Hippogriff was just there to take out possible Zeppelins. I mean, that's the only possible reason I can think of for getting that. He's actually going for Panda level 3 right now, that's why he's creeping. Yeah, basically Panda level 3 owns. Of course, so does Warden level 6. This is a stupid battle to fight as a human player. I just kind of let them do their thing until you can actually beat their army. Unfortunately, the Fairy Dragon doesn't get used, which is too bad because it's actually free damage output and it really does nothing without phase shift. Goblin Shredder owning. Interesting use of the Breath of Fire. You can actually, he should have tried hitting more casters with that. But Vengeance pretty much owning, this is just over. I mean, he loses like 2 bears and a dryad. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this, other than, you know, just wait until you get the tier 3. Oh, he's setting up Chimers, kind of useless. But yeah, basically just kind of wait it out to tier 3, do as much damage to their economy as possible, snipe heroes when you can, just kind of keep them in their base as much as possible, and then when you get bears and, like, 70 food, push, and then it's over. This replay's quick. So, yeah, get it past the 45-second mark. What you guys don't realize just happened is kind of a series of disasters. First of all, I got, you know, Game 2 loaded again, and then I started audioing that, and then I was like, oh crap, this is way too familiar. And then I started doing, Game 3 properly, and then my computer stopped and was like, dude, you don't have enough, you know, space on your computer, so sorry, System Shark, I had to delete your latest audio. Yeah. So, anyways, now that things are Jim Dandy again, frick, I need a new computer so badly. Anyways, what was I saying? Anyway, oh yeah, this is the mid-game strategy, and what's great about this strategy is basically you don't have to expo. You don't have to expo. Really what's going to end up happening if you're going to be, you know, picking this as your strategy, really your best bet is to Ancient of War creep, pick up some mercs. When you hit tier 3, push. Obviously don't expo. And yeah, so let's get this going as soon as possible before something else goes wrong. And unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So basically, what's going to happen is the basic mid-game crap, which happens in almost every replay that you've ever seen. Except you get the warden first instead. Really, a lot of people will use this strategy on things like Echo Isles. If the human tries to fast expo, oh, this is a